Hey everybody, welcome to this video. Today we're going to talk about the 10 reasons why I choose recovery. Now, recovery in this context, in this video, is my recovery from an eating disorder. If you need this video to apply to any other types of recovery or any other things that you're struggling with, please do. But I would like to say that I say choose recovery for a very specific reason. I say choose recovery because it is a choice that you have to make multiple times. When I started recovery, I thought that, okay, I'm making this appointment to go get evaluated and see if this thing's actually a thing. And it took years for them to convince me that I actually had a problem. And it took years of me showing up and saying, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try this. Maybe I'll attempt this. Okay, I'll think about this. And currently, it's still a choice that I have to make every day, multiple times a day, sometimes multiple times a minute, saying, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna choose life, and I'm gonna choose recovery. Ed's better in this moment, in the short term, but I'm choosing the long term. I'm choosing the better long-term recovery option. With that said, I also would like to emphasize that I am still working on my recovery. I am nowhere close to full recovery or recovered, if you say, and I am not a trained professional. I am in school for psychology, but I am not a trained professional. So if you are out there and you are struggling, I encourage you to reach out to someone, whether it be a trained professional, a friend, a family member, a counselor, a school official, whoever it may be in your life that you trust. I encourage you to reach out to them. And then if you are willing, I definitely encourage you to seek professional help. I have met so many professionals in the field of eating disorders, and they have helped me so much over the past 3 years of me attempting recovery. And they have definitely 100% been a huge part of how I am where I am today, if that makes sense to you. With all of those disclaimers and all of those little notes said, let's get into the video, the 10 reasons why I choose recovery. Number 1 is gonna be my family. I say family is number one because I love my family. And with this whole process, as soon as I told them about what was going on, or as soon as they found out what was going on, they have been so supportive and so helpful. And I'm choosing recovery partly for them. I don't want them worrying about me. I want to be a part of their lives and a positive impact on their life. And I want their support, but I also don't want them to have to support me. I want them in my life, and I want to be reciprocating that at the same time. Now, number 2 is right along with there. I'm choosing recovery for my friends. For the same reasons. I want to be a part of their lives. I want to be a positive influence on their lives, and I don't want them worrying about me. I'm a very independent person and kind of a loner sometimes. I like to say that I'm an extroverted introvert. I'm good with people, but really like my alone time sitting in this bed with Netflix or with solitaire or reading a good book or coloring, and I don't want them to have to worry about me doing that because I'm slipping back and relapsing. And I want my family and friends to know that I'm okay, and also know that if they need anything, I have the mental space to help them as much as they've helped me. Number 3 is there's still so many things I want to do with my life. I'm only in my 20s, and there's still so many places that I want to see, cultures I want to experience, people I want to meet, events that I want to go to. there's so much I want to learn. I'm a very active person. I like rock climbing and hiking and just exploring, and there's so much more of that for me to do in my life, and so many more things I want to accomplish. I want to finish my degree. I want to start working and helping others. And if I'm struggling with my eating disorder, that list has to be so much shorter because I have so little brain power and time and probably lifespan left if I'm choosing ed. Number 4 is I want to be healthy enough and have enough energy to do all those things I want to do. In order to hike a mountain or go backpacking, I need energy. In order to fully experience places and cultures, I need to be healthy. I can't be in my bed with my heating pad because my GI is acting up. I have to be out there and healthy and happy and energetic, or not even happy, but just able to process what's going on and have the memory span to remember the moments that I want to. And in order for all of that to happen, I have to be choosing recovery. Number 5 is I want my control back. Now that might sound like a thing that somebody fully involved in their eating disorder would say, but no, I want my control back. When I'm in my eating disorder, I may think that I have control because I'm choosing to not eat or I'm choosing to use a behavior, but in actuality, Ed has the control, and I want the control. I want to be able to decide for myself that I'm going to go have a fancy drink at a coffee shop with a friend, or on a lazy Sunday, have pancakes or go get brunch with friends or family. I want to be the one making the decisions. If I'm going for a hike, I want it to be so that I can go for a hike and enjoy nature and enjoy the beautiful world around us. Not because I need to compensate for something, or not because I'm going to eventually overdo it even though I started off for the right reasons. I want my control back. Screw Ed. Number 6, I want myself back, and I want my positivity back. There's a wonderful video here on YouTube that's a TED Talk that says that she found herself. That's the biggest thing she got back from her recovery. The video's called Life's Too Short to Weigh Your Cornflakes, and I highly recommend it, especially if you are struggling with the long process of recovery. But she said it perfectly. The best thing that you get back is yourself. And I myself am a high energy, positive person, and I just want myself back. I want to be the kind of person that I was when the eating disorder wasn't as extreme, where I was positive and helpful and kind and could remember facts from 3 years ago and could just view life and enjoy life and have a strong faith and a bond with all the people around me. Number 7, that said, I want my brain power back. Now, when you're in your eating disorder, your brain power is already diminished, no matter what. If you're not fueling your brain cannot function properly, as much as I have denied that. But not only is your brain power diminished, but Ed also takes up most of that brain power. So all you're left is with a fraction of your already limited brain space, which means all the memories that you create are going to be harder to remember. General facts are harder to remember. Your processing is limited. And I'm in school right now, and I love learning in general. I want to be able to speak multiple languages, and I'm a performer, which means I need to memorize scripts and music and choreography. And I can't do any of that with my limited brain power. I have attempted studying and performing with my limited brain power, and it is possible, partially, but it is really, really hard. An assignment that would take me 10 minutes ends up taking me an hour to 2 hours. And that is not a way to be a scholar. That is not a way to enjoy your time. I want my brain power back. Number 8 is I want to be a role model and proof that recovery is possible. Right now, I am just saying that recovery is possible and am attempting to walk the walk and talk the talk all at the same time. But I want to get to a point where I say, yeah, I can go out there every day and do what I need to do with very little influence from Ed. I want to be at that point. And I want to be a role model that mental health is not a thing that you should be ashamed of, that mental health is a thing that you can work on and deal with and still have such a full life. And having an eating disorder does not mean you are any less of a person, and it does not mean that you're stuck in a prison for the rest of your life. It is a thing that requires work and requires dedication, and mental health in general is a thing that takes some maintenance and some effort, but I want to be a role model that proves that it is worth it, that life is worth it, and that it's possible at the end of the day to have a good life and a life worth living, to quote Marsha Linehan. Number 9, with all of those things said, I want my time back. Like I said, that Ed takes up so much brain power, Ed takes up so much time, not only just for the amount of time it takes for behaviors, but with your energy down, it takes so much more time to do things. You're moving slower. With your brain power down, it takes so much more time to think about things, to remember things, to do things. And not only that, but just it takes time to do the things you have to do. And if all of your time is being taken up by Ed and all the consequences of Ed, all you're left with is the things that you have to do in a day. And you don't have enough space to do the things that you want to do and the beautiful things of life that just happen spontaneously and those moments that are just beautiful. And I even got to a point where I didn't even have enough energy or time to do the things that I had to do, and things were slipping through the cracks. And at the end of the day, I don't want things slipping through the cracks. I want to be a functioning human being, and I want those moments and that free time and all those experiences and all of that, those things on my to-do list of little things that I want to do with my life, which means I need my time back. Again, another thing that you can say, screw Ed, you're taking yourself back, you're taking your time back, you're taking your energy back, you're taking your control back. And when you say, I'm gonna choose recovery in your moment, you are saying, screw Ed, I'm taking things back for myself. And finally, number 10 is, I really do love food. I know it may sound weird for a person who just said they were anorexic to say that they love food, but some people with eating disorders, as much as we will deny it, and as much as I have denied it, do love food. I love to cook, I love to bake, I love to eat with friends, I love to cook and bake for my friends, and I love cultures and flavors and techniques, which means at the end of the day, if I'm going to fully enjoy all of those things, I have to be choosing recovery from my eating disorder, which means at the end of the day, if I truly do love food, I need to make that a priority over my eating disorder. Well, that's it, everyone. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening to my list of 10 reasons why I'm choosing recovery. There are so many more reasons out there, and so many more opportunities for a reason out there. So I encourage you, if you are struggling, to make your own list. Start at 5 if you need to, or start at 1 if you need to, but keep adding till you get as far as you need to, even if it's 1,000. If that's as many reasons as you can think of, write them down, say them out loud, make a video about it. Use those reasons as reasons why you're choosing recovery and as encouragement to choose recovery for yourself. It is possible. Trust me, I made 10, you can make 10, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!